What's going on, guys? Today we got a 95 model 350 Moto 4 carburetor in here. We're going to show you how to tear it down, go through it, clean it out and everything, put a new kit in it, and get it ready to go back on the machine. So let's tear it down and get started. First thing we're going to do is take off our bowl screws here. If you have trouble getting these screws off, a small pair of vice grips like this can come in handy. Just keep that in mind. Sometimes these get stuck. As you can see, this one right here is pretty bad dirty. It's got this little top piece here. We're just gonna set all this stuff to the side. Now this float here has to be slid out. We got some of these small little precision screwdrivers. This one here, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of slightly bump this. You wanna be very careful not to break these. I call these towers. If you break these, this carburetor is completely burnt. You cannot JB weld these or anything. These will not hold. There we go. We're just gonna lay that to the side. We're gonna take our float. Still got our needle on it. Just gonna set it to the side. Now we're gonna take out our jets and our seat. We got a jet way down in here and our main jet right here. So we're just gonna take them out. Looks like they're two different sizes. As always, you wanna make sure you keep these separated because a lot of times these are the same size. The only thing that'll be different is, look at all that stuff that come out with it. Only thing that'll be different is the hose size, but on this particular carburetor, the jets themselves are actually different sizes. This carburetor right here is definitely full of some of that old rotted gas. We're gonna keep this because we might end up having to reuse it. This is our primary. We'll set it to the side. We're gonna take out that seat. Now we got our seat out. Now we're gonna take our idle air screw out. It's located right here. Now there will be a metal washer and a rubber washer down in here. And right there they are. Best thing I found to get them out with is just a piece of welding wire with a little hook bent on the end of it. Now we're gonna move around to the accelerator pump. On these older carburetors like this, you wanna be very careful because these accelerator pumps can be brittle, and this is plastic. This does have a spring under it, so again, be very careful with it because it will jump off at you and run away. So there's our spring, our cover, and our pump. And this one here, still in pretty decent shape. We're just gonna check it. Best thing to do is hold it up against the light, sunlight. Just kind of slightly pull on it, make sure it ain't got no pinholes in it, and it's still pretty limber. As long as there's no tears or anything in it or pinholes, then this right here can be cleaned off and reused. Never spray this with carburetor cleaner, brake cleaner, any type of solution like that. It will damage these and they will not work properly. Last thing we're gonna do is just take this off just so we simply can clean in here. All that's in here is the mechanical parts that work your throttle assembly. And this might be tricky because some of these look like they've been on there for a while. Be careful, there is a rubber gasket on top of this. The biggest reason for us taking this off is we just want to clean out a lot of this dirt and debris because we don't want it settling back down into the carburetor. And we're just going to take this off to make sure that there's nothing crazy in behind it hiding. Just because this customer brought us this carburetor and it wasn't on the machine, and we don't want him pulling this off and finding a bunch of dirt behind it. Oh, nice and clean. We'll go ahead and leave that off for the purpose of cleaning it. Last thing we're going to do is pull our choke off. Now we got our choke out. Just want to make sure all your O-rings on this, you see right here, one is broke. And your basic O-ring kit will probably have an O-ring for this, so we'll replace that. I'm just going to set it to the side right now. Now we'll pop this one out because it needs to be replaced. Again, depending on what kind of carburetor kit you get, will depend on if your O-ring comes with it or not. But we got these here. And then we're just going to go through. Whenever I clean my carburetors, I go through every little crevice, every one of these spots that the straw can fit in. I spray through. And then I usually I have different brushes and stuff for my little tool cleaner here that I clean with. These right here work phenomenal with these carburetors, especially these that have got this major built up on them, so you ain't just sitting here all day scratching away. And everything that you see here that we're using in this video will be down in the description below, so don't forget to check that out, because this stuff right here does make jobs like this on this little tedious stuff a lot easier. So you can just go through there clicking what you need and get yourself on your way if you're working on a bike similar to this one. So we're going to go through, get all this stuff scrubbed down, sprayed off and blew out, and get back to reassembling. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to put this back on, get it out of the way. And we're just going to snug these up here because this will have to come back off, obviously, to hook the accelerator cable back up. Since we'll go ahead and get this on its side, we're going to go ahead and put this side diaphragm in. Don't forget your spring. And of course, this does have to go on a certain way. We're gonna go back and check these. Be careful, this is plastic. Now flip it over and assemble everything that has to go in here, our floats, needles, and jets. Now when you go to put your seat back in, sometimes these can be a little hard to get in. This one wasn't too bad. However, if it is, you can put just a dab of oil around that seal right there to make it slide in there a lot easier. But that one wasn't too bad. Now we're going to put our little screw that holds it in place. Do not forget to put this in. Just going to snug it down. Now before we put our floats in, so we ain't got to worry about losing none of that, we're going to go ahead and put our main jet in. I'm going to check it and make sure it's about the same, because these do have numbers on them. Alright, so we got our bigger one that goes here. We're going to install first. And then we got our smaller one. It goes down in here. And our next thing we're going to do is get our idle air screw together, which you got this, your spring, you have a metal washer, and then you have a small rubber O-ring. And that is the exact order it goes in, just like that. Now we're going to put it back in here. Now with this one, what you want to do is screw it all the way down till it touches. Then once it touches, we're going to back it off 2.5 rounds. So 1, 2.5. Now that we've done that, now it's time to get our floats. We got our new needle. This goes in there just like so and hangs. Oh, it just fell off. Stick it in there. And we're going to put our little pin back in here. And this will have to be tapped. Be very careful because you don't want to damage these two towers, because if you break these, this carburetor is burnt. Once you get this in place, you can take and put your hose right here and blow in here with this carburetor flipped upside down, and take your finger and push this like that. And if you can stop the airflow from going through with just a very slight touch like that, then this carburetor is sealing off properly and the float and everything's working like it's supposed to. If not, you need to remove the needle and check to see if there's a grain of sand or something that's causing it not to seal off properly. If so, a Q-tip or something small like that to go in there and kind of clean it out works perfectly. And then just recheck it again till you get it sealing off right. Now when I say blow in these, I don't mean with an air hose. Stick your mouth up to it, something very light. We're not trying to hold back a lot of pressure here because these are gravity fed. Now we're going to stick our little tray back up here, and we're going to take our bowl gasket Look how nice them brushes clean that up. Don't forget, everything that we used in this video will be listed down in the description, along with a kit, these brushes and stuff that we used to clean all this up with. To make this job go nice and smooth for you. Get that fitted back down in there like it's supposed to be. Now we're going to put it back on here. Get us some new screws. And you're going to go in a crisscross pattern to make sure this bowl goes down evenly. Now that we got all that, last thing to do, now that this is all nice and cleaned out, we ain't got to worry about nothing falling back down into our carburetor. We'll take this, got a new gasket for it. And we're going to put our screws back in it. Last thing to do is our choke. We've got our new gasket on it, our O-ring. This will go down in there. You kind of got to push on these a little bit to get them started. They can be a little trying because of the area that they're in. A lot of times you can take and get them to lock like that, and it makes it a lot easier. It's a little trick. Now we got our choke installed. Everything's ready to go back on the machine. If you guys like video like this, don't forget to like and follow our content here. We appreciate you guys following along, and we'll catch you in the next video.